call sign.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is King Kegger. I want to show you guys a brand new video today on the Lowriders update for GTA V. So without further ado, here we go. With this update, there are 6 new vehicles. Well, not new vehicles, but 6 vehicles you can use for the Lowriders update. There are a few new ones. This is one of the new ones. It was brought back from Grand Theft Auto 4, called the Willard Faction. It's supposed to be based on the Buick Grand National, so it is a turbo V8 from the factory. Pretty sweet ride. Now, I'm going to showcase a little bit of the hydraulics here. You can do some hopping, but you do have to change what hydraulic unit you use. There are 4 different options. The strongest one is what I've got in this car, and that's what gives you the ability to hop and bounce around and get a lot more height from wherever you use the hydraulics. Now, you do get a pretty good amount of control. Obviously, hop in the front, you can hop the rear, then you can either hold it or drop it all down, but it's fully indexable from front to rear, left to right, or all 4 at the same time. Now, you can't see it a whole lot there, but there is very, very low clearance whenever you're sitting with just the front or just the rear down, and it does like to drag itself around, which I mean is pretty cool. You drag and throw sparks everywhere, but yeah, and you get a little bit of a hop if you try and do the left to right jump. It will work, but it's just not nearly as effective as going front to rear on one of those. But normally I just drive around like that, all popped up. Now with it all dropped down, this thing is a power gliding drifting machine. Has excellent handling, but the traction, you got quite a bit of sliding going on whenever you got it down. When you do have it up, it is very hard to control, and you cannot get the get the tires to turn. Sorry. But we'll show you here at Benny's where you get the customizations for Lowriders, and this is the only place you can go to get them.
Lay it on me. What am I doing?
Now, one thing to keep in mind, it costs about $3,000 to repair this vehicle. It costs a lot more to soup it up. With this build, today when I started off, I went through this and the Voodoo, and I had $3 million, and you can see I've only got $430,000 left. So it does take a lot of money, but there are a lot of different mods that you can do in this one. Different interior mods. You can change the interior on most any vehicle to different materials, or change colors of your interior, and then you have liveries to pick from, which puts the pinstriping and different decals on the sides of the vehicle. And there you can see wheel camber is only on Lowriders, but I think it's a cool little effect they added in. It's more realistic where it actually does camber the tires from dropping it up and down. And you can see there I got my little bobblehead man and Pib Wasser keg tap for my gear shift. You can kind of see here I did change the dials for the cluster. They've got red skulls. Now you can change the colors even for the backlighting on there. Ooh, brakes are really good on this. I don't know why, but they're very good. But there is a ton of stuff you get to change with the Lowriders update. Oh god. Just a freaking handling machine, man. And that bobblehead cracks me up the whole time. If I knew it wasn't copyrighted, we would be listening to some Steel Dre right now. Alright, now I'll show you a little bit more of what you get to do with your vehicle from the Lowriders update. When you get out of your vehicle, you will actually have a little remote now that is part of your little back screen, side menu. So we'll hold select and bring up the remote itself. You've got a couple little options here. One is to do the doors. You can open up all the doors at one time, which is pretty cool. I'll go ahead and close them all back down and show you individually. So you've got left, right, hood, and trunk. I'll open the hood up and show you the inside of the engine bay. Now on this one with the Grand National, they give you the option to put a big twin turbo setup on it, so I did, and I put chromed valve covers also. Now you can do, a lot of them can be painted, or they'll have the livery, so you'll have pinstriping on your valve covers, but it all depends on the vehicle. It does change depending on what you had. That what was available for this vehicle. Now for the trunk, you'll have your hydraulic units in there. I've got 4V set up, 6 batteries, and then I've also got 3 subwoofers and 2 amps back there. So they added in more than just you know, the ability to have hydraulics. They added in a ton of mods that, I mean, they won't really affect anything in the game. The subwoofers don't do anything. Your sound is still going to be the exact same, but it is cool having it on there for cosmetic purposes anyway. This one also, you can kind of see it. I have T-tops. Originally it had a roof, but some of these you can get custom roofs or take the roof completely off. But this one you could do T-tops. Now there, I just turned on the engine and the headlights. You can all do that from your remote as well now, or change the radio station. Now we'll go ahead and close this menu back down. We'll get in. You can see that little placard in the back also is one of the things that you can do. It's a backlit neon sign, but there's a bunch of different ones. It could be chrome or neon. Now I'll show you what it looks like when it drags, and it drives like shit. But it only does it on this vehicle from the ones I've used so far. The Voodoo, it doesn't have this problem, but when it is dragging the rear on this car, it is almost impossible to drive. You'll see here, I'll take this corner, it'll go crazy as soon. Yeah, we're only going like 10 miles an hour and you can't control a curve. So we'll just sit it back up, do a couple little hops, drop it down. Now we've been through pretty much the whole showcase of everything on this vehicle, and there's one thing I've yet to do, and that's take it off and jump. So hit something here and see. Oh yes, so easy to control in the air. This is way better. This might be my new stunt car. Buy another one and not have it lowrider ready, just because how well it goes in the air. And you can really start to see that sign in the back now, and that goes off of the colors of your gauge cluster, like I said. Whatever your backlighting is will be that color, and it all can be different from the neon kit underneath. Well, let's go ahead and see if this thing will ride a little differently while it's propped up. See if we can do a front flip. If you guys enjoyed any part of this video and or have a large penis, make sure you smash the fuck out of that like button. Thanks again, and I will see you guys later.